SuperButterBuns. Rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? It's a catchy name. It's the name of one of YouTube's brightest stars.
Here are a few basic tips and tricks for people who don't know about this game. Wow, whoa, wow, there's a lot of weird in this game. Just roll with it. When exploring Tartarus, if you hang out on a floor for too long, something bad will happen. I can't tell you what, but it's bad. So use that wisely. Here I come! I'm here to it up! Coming into this area, guns a-blazing!
Today on this special episode of MOPETE Reviews, we go back and take a look at the history of this exciting YouTuber and how she inspired the MOPETE videos you currently enjoy.
Yeah, MOPETE's rapper make your heart beat faster. Shoot for the top, cause you know he don't stop.
This season is all about Disney, so I know choosing to talk about a content creator is a bit off topic, but I wanted to give back some time and creativity to the YouTuber who gave time and creativity to inspire me. I think I'll do this little sub-series once per season as a short break from whatever we're talking about. I'll call it MOPETE, the Heritage Series. Our first Heritage review will be on who is perhaps my biggest inspiration, SuperButterBuns, the loud, memetic voiceover YouTuber most famous for the video game comedy series For Beginners. Admittedly, when I was writing for this video, I had trouble deciding how exactly to go about reviewing her channel, but I ultimately came to the decision that the best way to go about it is to just start from the beginning and take you through all the different eras of SuperButterBuns, and how she came to where she is today.
Explore the beef dimension. Yes, this is what shooters were meant to be. More of this, please. If you're new to this game, here are a few basic tips and tricks for people who don't know about this game.
Back in the year 2015, an editing school student, then commonly known as Tyler, decided to start a YouTube channel mainly as a way to express her creativity and show her editing prowess. The name of the channel? A fun alliterative transformation of a nickname in high school, SuperButterBuns. Like I said, it rolls right off the tongue. The channel's flagship program and identity was always For Beginners, a brilliant series about video games that is big part beginner's guide, small part review, and all part fast-paced slapstick comedy.
Like, yeah, I get it, you want me to play all the mini games, but some of us have places to be, you know? What the is going on?
Buns got to work to immediately establish the For Beginners brand by crafting and releasing her first 8 videos in the span of 3 weeks in February of 2015. The Buns community affectionately refer to these as the original 8. Like most YouTubers, Buns' first batch of videos haven't exactly aged gracefully. But you can see the beginnings of what will become staples for the For Beginners brand, such as the opening of the video by comparing the game to a meme, or the use of cheesy but catchy royalty-free music.
The game was showered with praises, even though it was released during the end of the PS2's life cycle. Everyone loved this game, and they still love it.
We even get to see the first iteration of the now iconic Bun logos. With the foundation laid and the path forged with these first 8 videos, there is only one way for Buns' channel to go: up.
Am I having fun yet? Oh my god, what is that? Science. So you play as, you guessed it, Bayonetta. God, this is hurting my brain. Oh, turn it off. Oh god, just turn off the game. Oh god.
So when it comes to referring to a content creator's sophomore year, or years in this case, I don't like to think of the term sophomore in its traditional sense. Rather than their literal second year, I like to think of a content creator's sophomore year as their era immediately following their initial success. For Buns, her initial success came early with her first For Beginners on Personas 3 and 4. You see, this was before the days of P5. The Persona series was not yet mainstream in the US at the time. While 3 and 4 are objectively great RPGs, they just kinda got swept away in the tidal wave of other great RPGs for the PS2. At the time, the market for cool Persona videos was fresh, ready, and untapped. So Buns' For Beginners for 3 and 4 tapped it. Vintage. How did Buns ride the momentum of this early win? By making more For Beginners, of course, and she enjoyed steady growth because of it. In 3 months of YouTubing, she reached 1,000 subscribers. In 9 months, she reached 10,000. After 15 months, she reached 30,000. And after over a year and a half of YouTubing, SuperButterBuns was at 50,000 subscribers. Buns did a celebration video each time she hit a milestone, and the most memorable one of these was the one celebrating 10,000 subs, where she reveals her face to the YouTube community for the first time.
I'm just a big dumb, you guys. How's it going? Hi.
Buns' channel was in a steady climb. She even used her growing popularity on YouTube to start a Twitch channel that made partner in less than a year. She tried some light experimentation on the YouTube front by incorporating some of her Twitch highlights and Let's Plays to varying success.
There's one near us. Okay, guys, we're gonna order a pizza. So if we can't see chat, that's because we are ordering a pizza.
I'm not saying they're especially bad, but I see why she chose not to feature them on the main channel anymore.
Poor Evan, I bet she's feeling beat over all the salad hate. She doesn't can't.
Ban him.
Now, I would end up making the same mistakes, but let's not talk about that. Instead, why don't you enjoy this commercial break?
Tap it. Just give it a little hit. Go on. You're gonna have to do it a lot, so make a habit out of it. Because if you don't, I'm gonna shove that controller of yours right up your
MOPETE will be right back after these messages.
Picking up from where we left off, Buns was rising steadily thanks to a combination of 4 beginners, semi-niche games, and her own goofy, infectious personality. She went from being mostly alone in her video making endeavors to having a troupe of loyal supporters. She had in effect become a rising star in the YouTube niche gaming scene. But one video, one faithful 4 beginners will forever blow the lid off things for this young YouTuber. In spring of 2017, Persona 5 was about to be released, and to say this was the most anticipated Persona game would be a colossal understatement. RPG fans were raving about this piece. SuperButterBuns, being the huge Persona fan that she already was, picked up a copy near release. A few months later, the internet world first laid witness to Persona 5 for beginners.
So Persona 5 came out in 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, and everyone was like, oh my god, click me,
If I had to pick a video that is the crown jewel, the magnum opus, the video that best encapsulates the brand SuperButterBuns, it's Persona 5 for beginners.
Remember, water is wet, a catchy likes pancakes, and 2 + 2 = go to bed!
This video is a masterpiece. It's so well done, it has so much going for it, I don't think my words alone could do it justice. Although I'll certainly try. It is a comprehensive beginner's guide brimming with comedy, with an array of tips, trips, and quips both for new Persona fans and old ones alike. Did that about sum it up? In short, the timing was just right, and P5 for beginners was a huge success, both inside the Buns community and out. It was her first video to reach 1 million views, and it was instrumental in bringing Persona into the mainstream here in the States. Buns didn't stop there though. She used the momentum from the P5 video to write a second tidal wave of success, a Buns boom if you will. From mid-2017 to mid-2018, her sub count swelled from 60,000 all the way up to 300,000. She would also release 3 more videos that would end up breaking the 1 million view mark, one of which, Breath of the Wild for beginners, would go on to become her most popular video so far, sitting atop at a staggering 2.4 million views at the time of this video.
But who cares about weapons? The game is called Breath of the Wild after all, not Breath of the Beatdown.
This era also happens to be where I come in. In 2017, I was a young college student, not unlike Buns when she first started. One day, after being peer pressured into playing a video game with my friends, I looked on YouTube for a beginner's guide and happened to stumble across Overwatch for beginners, and instantly became hooked. Not to the game, mind you, but to the YouTuber that made the video.
Oh god, they shot Mercy! God damn it! I hate this game, god damn it! Get it!
I poked around her channel and also ended up getting into the Persona series a la P5 for beginners, and I saw how much joy and purpose she had in creating these intricate, well-crafted videos.
What is this?
And the rest is how we say, history. Focusing back on Buns, her channel is now at a new apex. Her beloved For Beginners series now regularly tops 1 million viewers, and her sub count is quickly approaching 500,000. The young editing school student, making videos mostly for the fun of it, has blossomed into a professional YouTuber with a supportive community of die-hard fans, me being one of them. The only question is, where does she go from here? Good question.
But oh my god, it is just so f***ing cool! Yes, queen, yes! So, y'all remember SSX Trick? Who am I kidding? Of course you do, 20 to 35-year-olds.
Are you sad?
What is sad?
SuperButterBuns has slowed down the production of For Beginners. I realize that phrase implies negative connotation, but I assure you, there is none from me here, as there is valid reasoning and understanding behind this. For Beginners has evolved into big, beautiful, intricate masterpieces. Too big and too intricate for someone who does all the writing, shooting, and editing to create month in and month out. I have an entire team of people behind me, and it still takes months to create a season of MOPETE reviews. Buns hasn't fallen off like her critics so elegantly put it. If she fell off, would all of her For Beginners since P5 break 1 million? Would all of her other videos consistently break 200,000? Would she have just recently broke a 500,000 subs if she fell off? The short answer is no. Buns has not fallen off. She simply slowed down her production to focus on her life and avoid burnout. A very admirable, smart thing to do if you're at her level. This year I actually got a chance to sit down with her for an interview. You should check it out if you haven't, it's pretty engaging stuff. And Buns pretty much said the same thing. If you're one of those people that doesn't like Buns' recent slowdown, I want you to think to yourself and ask this question. Do you really want to live in a world where as a result of burnout, we have a Buns that puts out less quality For Beginners, or worse, no For Beginners at all? Hopefully you have the rationale that says no and you come to your senses. Phew, that was a good look at the past. You know, the funny thing is, they say that you should never meet your heroes, but I'm glad I've met SuperButterBuns and talked to her. She has taught me so much inside and outside of her videos that I really can't thank her enough. She's the reason why you guys are getting MOPETE content today, and a lot of her work reflects in my stuff. So I can think of nothing better to do but just to keep making videos and hopefully make her proud. Buns, if you're watching this video, I hope you liked it, and I hope you continue doing your thing, and I hope you realize that I'm just one of many people who appreciate what you do. But that's enough fanboying. Tune in next week for the MOPETE season finale. As always, engage in the video. You know, you guys know the drill at this point. I'm not gonna hammer it home. You guys are adults. You know what to do. See y'all later. MOPETE.